It's a beautiful Monday morning, the very last Monday in the ninth month of the year. Yeah, we thank God for the opportunity. We've experienced a very beautiful ninth month of the year, and it feels good to be here. This is a beautiful, beautiful day. Now, Mondays, the way Mondays are in this part of the world, sometimes you wonder if there could be more other days that could be busier than Mondays, because Mondays are always I call it is a rotilization thing especially in Ibadan, in Lagos. Well, I don't know about other cities, but I know Lagos and Ibadan, Mondays are always like they're going for war. Everyone's running from one place to another to catch up their activity. But it's all good. May God continue to be with us. And of course, there is another beautiful day here. Beautiful Monday, money making Monday in the city of IB. It feels good to be here this morning, as always. On behalf of the team, my name is Pretty. Of course, it feels good to be here this morning. You know how it is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. We're about to serve you breakfast, hot, fresh, and spicy. What are you having for breakfast this morning? Yeah. What else? Okay, what are you having? I'm going to be asking you that later. Okay. All right, we'll be serving you breakfast here. Of course, newspaper headlines comes up very shortly. Sports come through at 8:30. 9 o'clock, we get straight into the assembly. What are we looking at in the assembly this morning again? We're looking at the Pengassan, Dangote, and all of the issues surrounding it. It's like Pengassan are bound. Yes, they are bent on making everything to go down. A strike has been called. Dangote keeps saying that these guys are the ones destroying our economy. They want him to do what he doesn't want to do. All of the shenanigans. He says there's a cabal controlling these so-called Pengassan. That's because they are not happy. In recent times, we've not had fair queues because of the coming of Dangote refinery. And Pengassan are saying, no, you, Dangote, you want to enslave our people. We will knock you out. So it's a battle now, Dangote versus Pengassan. We'll be looking through that this morning in the assembly. Who are they really fighting for? Pengassan members, are they really fighting for the interests of Nigerians? Or, just as Dangote said, they are fighting for the interests of a particular people called the cabal, who are not happy now that the current administration seems to be getting things right in terms of the oil industry modernization. We look through that 9 o'clock, get ready. At the other side of it, we celebrate those celebrating today. And of course, looking through in the Melody Surprise segment. All right, it feels good to be here, as I said earlier. And of course, it's a good, beautiful Monday, the very last in the month of September. The next few hours now, we'll be looking through October, the 10th month of the year. We thank God for the grace to be here. And now, get your groove going on. Yes, I will say groove. Groove is not just about dancing and enjoyment. Also, whatever you wish to achieve today, get it going on. Make sure you do not look at the weather. You do not look at anybody's. They say, "Maujuchi," right? Whatever you wish to achieve today, make sure you get it going on. Don't let anything knock you out. Don't let anything weigh you down. Whatever you wish to achieve, get going and achieve whatever that you find in your mind that you wish to achieve, because time waits for no man. As it is going right now, it is, just about a few moments ago, it was 8 a.m. And right now, as we speak, it's already 7 minutes gone past. So, whatever you wish to do, get it going and get it popping. Good morning and welcome. It's good morning here. Good morning from all of us. Melody 100.7 FM in the city of Ibadan. Yes, that's the feeling. You know, I've always told you, good morning is not just a greeting, it's a statement of good wish. So you don't tell somebody morning. No, what is morning? Even in the military cantonment, it is good morning. So if you tell me morning, if I don't answer you, sorry. Say it is good morning. What is morning? Morning, boss. Morning, sir. No, good morning. Okay, beautiful one right there. All right, before we get straight, let me look through the weather prediction for you before we begin to open the papers and see what they are writing this morning from the front to the inside to the back pages. For Ibadan today, according to the weather prediction that we have right here, it is a very cloudy weather now. Of course, you can see for yourself if you're in Ibadan. It's a very cloudy one. And when it's cloudy like this, what does that tell you? It tells you at any moment it could be cha-da-da-da-da again when it comes to cha-da-da-da. I'm talking about rain. So, brace yourself. Get ready every time. This is a time for the season of rain. Of course, the precipitation for Ibadan today is standing at 30 km per hour. And of course, the humidity is 94%, while the wind is moving at 3 km per hour. Now, for the temperature, Ibadan will not have temperature that is less than 23 degrees this morning. This day, it will not go below 23 degrees. And it will not be higher than 28 degrees Celsius. So that's what you get for the city of Ibadan. Of course, for Lagos, Lagos, as my Brazilian people will call it, as we speak right now, is having rain. Yes, some light rain showers are going down in Lagos, with the precipitation there now at 50% and the humidity at 95%. And of course, the wind is moving at 5 km per hour. For the temperature in Lagos today, the least it can be will be 24 degrees Celsius, while the highest it can go will be 29 degrees Celsius. That's for the city of Lagos, Nigeria. And of course, for the nation's capital, Abuja, it's a cloudy weather as well. That's why you get there today. And the temperature there will be then around 2 p.m. it's going to be raining within Abuja around 2 p.m. There's likelihood of rain there around 2 p.m. And of course, for the temperature, it's going to be between 22 degrees and 26 degrees Celsius. And that's for the city of Abuja, the nation's capital. If I leave there and move you straight to Owerri, the city of Ungwari, as I like to call it, the Eastern Heartland. Well, the weather for Owerri today, of course, the weather prediction for the city of Owerri this beautiful morning. It's cloudy weather as well. And of course, the temperature is going to be ranging between 22 and 28 degrees Celsius. And for the city of Kano in the north, it's a partly cloudy situation at the temperature between 25 and 29 degrees Celsius. So those are the predictions for the weather for this beautiful day, the 29th day of the 9th month of the year. Let's go to the papers now. This beautiful morning is a good morning.
Mr. Mac to the mic.
Hey, top of the morning to you. Lisa, you smoothie, me ice cold pizza, cafe ole, latte da. You do the Zumba, but I do not. Give me like half a marathon. I'll give you the gospel of St. John. Hits me like a wake up, cause we both know that his mercy flows in the morning.
Wake up to a brand new day. This morning, I'm stepping on my way. Good morning. You give me strength, you give me just what I need. And I can feel the hope that's
All right, let's take you to the papers this morning. Now, of course, as usual, I have the Guardian newspaper here, the Vanguard, the Daily Sun, the Daily Post newspaper, as well as the Punch newspaper this morning. Let's begin to check them out one after the other. Of course, let's begin with the Punch newspaper this morning. Of course, let's see what the Punch newspaper is writing this beautiful Monday morning. And it's all about the issue with the Pengassan and Dangote. And it says, marketers fear price hike as Pengassan strike begins. That's the banner headline on today's Punch newspaper. Marketers fear. Yes, they fear price hike as the Pengassan strike begins. We're coming to that at 9 o'clock, as I said earlier. Petrol export hit 371 billion amidst heavy import reliance. Petrol export hit 371 billion naira amidst heavy import reliance. Adamawa ADC gives Atiku ultimatum to pick membership card, and police rescue trafficked Ghanaian. Arrest 5 in Ogun is another story on today's Punch newspaper. Still moving on the Punch, 5,000 Uniben students face exam ban over unpaid fees. God have mercy. God arrested in Rivers for sexually assaulting minor. You see why I keep talking about parents should be very, very careful. Sometimes when I drive around, I see some very little kids. They are being left. Their parents are moving. They are going to work. They leave them very early. No teacher is around. They leave them just in care of the school guard. God have mercy. Please, let's be very careful. What's the essence of money we are looking for? At the end of the day, the children were trying to run up and down for their sake, are now getting disappointed due to one thing or the other. God help us, parents. Trade fair demolition. Traders count losses, decry lack of notice. Ondo family accuses the police of cover-up over trafficked daughter. And police arrest 4 criminal suspects in Yobe crackdown. And you also have abductors of new lawyer. Sister demanded 40 million naira ransom. This according to the family talking there. And still from the Punch newspaper, FG orders rescue, vows crackdown on illegal miners. Nikon blacklist sacked African Alliance Insurance directors and marketers. Fear price hike as Pengassan strike begins. God help us. Moving on, 2027 KBPDP unites behind a newly re-elected chair is another story on today's Punch newspaper. INEC dismisses claims of public distrust on electoral process, and APC chieftain backs reserved seat bill, calls for PWD inclusion. PDP seeks clarity on a $250 million deal with Euro Africa. APC will reclaim Osun 2026. Says Chieftain. And these are the major headlines on today's Punch newspaper this beautiful morning. All right, if I leave the Punch and I take you straight now to the Vanguard newspaper for this morning. All right, for the Vanguard, these are the major headlines on today's Vanguard newspaper. The banner headline says, toxic harvest, hazardous pesticides, harm food production, export. This is according to experts speaking this morning. And you also have this one. FG makes thesis submission mandatory for NYSC participants is another story on the Vanguard. As nationwide strike begins today, FG weighs into Dangote Pengassan face-off. Every community in Ondo will feel development, Ayeda Atiwa assures. Patience, gentlemen, I'll start with Patience 2027. Whatever that means. Crude oil production rose to 1.8 million barrels per day. This is according to the federal government. Nigeria gains a global recognition for tax ID. And why we must drive Africa's capital market with technology. NNPCL monthly profit rises 91% to 539 billion naira. And you people still say Nigeria, there's no money in this country. If we make this kind of money every month, 539 billion naira every month. And you say there is no money in Nigeria? I lie. Okay, CBN's rate cut buys the stock market to maintain positive momentum. In Nigeria, China trade hit $15.48 billion in first half of 2025. And still from the Vanguard, you have these headlines. Countdown to Yakubu's successor. Why president should not appoint INEC chairman. Yes, Yakubu is going. Who is coming next? We wait to see who is coming next. The next person must resume in December. Okay, let's see who comes next in 2020, ahead of 2027 election. All eyes on INEC, Yakubu's successor. Jonathan will contest return to Aso Rock as president in 2027. Jerry Ghana. PDP National Convention Committee extends deadline for form submission indefinitely. Labour Party supporters clash over alleged attack on Abure. Osun APC Labour Unions trade wars over alleged partisanship. And you also have still from the Vanguard, inside crisis facing medics. Doctors in Nigeria earn 2 million naira Japa counterparts. Okay. Pengasen stops gas crude supply to Dangote Refinery over sack of workers. And Dangote Refinery hot naira-based petrol sales. And Nigeria's economy at 65, how we missed the boat. So these are the major headlines on the Vanguard. Okay, before I leave the Vanguard, police recover 45 phones from Kaduna robbery gang. 45. Trade fair demolition. I lost everything in presence of my foreign partners. Magnus Ike. Benue hoodlums invade Boko. Church destroy properties. Marathon sex. Ogumonax calls for arrest of content creator. Talking about Mandy Keys. Cooking gas price declined 21.42% to 16,195 naira 7 kobo. This is according to the NBS. So these are the major headlines on the Vanguard newspaper for this morning. All right, let me pick the Daily Post newspaper now. And the banner headlines on the Daily Post this morning says, recruitment, Nigerians knock custom service over failed CBT. And the Nigerians have surrendered to bandits. Bulama Bukati is the one saying that. And, okay, shelve your Imo visit. No project to commission group tells Tinubu. Okay, now. And Pengasen versus Dangote. Strike won't cause fear scarcity. It is according to Osifo. All right? Osifo is the TUC president. And Big Olubadan, king of all. And Big Olubadan, king of all religions. That is according to Babala Doja, is the one talking this morning. All right? Baba is still basking. And we all are still basking in the euphoria of the new Olubadan coronation on Friday. All right? Oshun, Norge, APC, PDP clash over alleged diversion of LG funds. 2027, Jonathan will contest under PDP and return to Aso Rock. Jerry Ghana, former information minister, is the one talking there. Niger PDP elects new chairman. APC can win Kano without Kwankwaso. Party chieftain tells Tinubu. 2027, APC vows to take back Zamfara. Politicization of grief won't work in Adamawa. APC is one talking there. You also have this one, nationwide blackout imminent over Dangote Refinery. Pengasen feared. And PDT elders are impostors, paid agents. Nupen calls for arrest. Okay, and the Nigerian government assures of petrol stability amidst Dangote Refinery. Pengasen feud. Shelve your Imo visit. No project to commission group tells Tinubu. And you also have this one. Bauchi government sacks Women Affairs Commissioner. Kwara South Monarchs, others slam NAS members over poor representation. Lagos Sanwo-Olu cautions against attacks on enforcement officers. And before I leave the Daily Post, fire destroys properties worth millions at Oyo Health Center plastic factory. Kwara community attacks police, confirmed 12 killed by bandit, and police arrest 6 suspects linked to bandits in Benue's Katsina Ala. And you also have a police arrest 3 over alleged murder in Benue. These are the major headlines in today's Daily Post newspaper. All right, the last paper that I will be checking out this morning is the Daily Sun. And let's quickly look at the headlines in today's the Sun newspaper. All right, for the Sun, you have these headlines. FG makes thesis submission compulsory for NYSC participants. Nigeria 65, chance to adopt changes for progress. This is according to Uzodinma. Nupeng hires Falana to defend suits filed by Dangote MRS oil companies. 2027, Jonathan will return as president under PDP. Jerry Ghana. And this one, Anambra ADC's Nwosu boasts of victory, says APC Abga polluted. Osun 2026, Akonde Oyetola capable of producing best candidates. APC chieftain. Kwara sliding into insecurity, never before witnessed in its history. Saraki, he came re-elected. Cross River PDP chairman. Professor Ono hails a party. And you also have allocation paid into council's account, not to our chairman. And this according to APC. Olubadon, Ladoja, a blessing to Yoruba nation, General Brote. And you also have allocation. Emir Zuru enthronement, Unite KB South Senatorial District, General Mugoro. Nigeria 65 under Tinubu. Nigeria undergoing bold reforms aimed at lasting transformation rather than a temporary relief. This is according to George Akume. And these are the major headlines on the Sun for this morning. Yeah, and by extension, these are the headlines on which we checked out today on the newspaper segment of the show this morning. All right, that's how it's been on the newspaper headline segment. Let's have a breather now. And after the breather, we'll be going to sports. Yes. Mondays for action, and of course, weekends for action, Mondays for the reaction, as Bam Bam we always say. Okay, so let's have a breather now. When we return, we'll be looking through sports, what's happening here, what's happening there, and everywhere. Keep it locked right here. Is Melody 100.7 FM, and because this Melody is Sunrise, my name is Pretty. The finest is right here. All right, keep it locked. Post come through after this time.
Body wa getting kabisi. Tori ohun juri enu le shalaye maji. I got them before no be proper, so make you try protect your sanity. Back then when I know get proper, I show it. Now I'm blessed and gifted. Say they know if you reach my defense. They go celebrate is a new day. More them up look. just on you. Look up to God, my Lord, give up you. That be the reason I did focus you. Focus. Started from the bottom, now we heading to the top. I go do my thing my way, I cook, I no give a fuck. Only money for my money, right here, Joe. Okay, okay, for a balance, better to get born. They try survive, man, they try to live. Whether you bad, you know bad, man, they try believe. Small pain, small crime, man, they try relief. They focus on the hustle, that's the life we live.
Getting a probe from deep and out. That's a smashing ball, it's Martins!
Josie, Liobo, good ball.
And it's pushed out to the bow!
Simcoe Odesi.
Sensational! What a wonderful finish! That is the most embarrassing own goal! Oh, what a goal! That's something out of nothing! He struck it sweetly! And does he ever score ordinary goals? They're all copybook stuff!
All right, good morning. Here the team, it is Sport O'Clock time to talk about the latest happening. Of course, all what went down through the weekend right here. Of course, Bam Bam is right here. This beautiful morning. Bam Bam, good morning.
Good morning, Finest. Good morning to all our listeners out there. It's nice to be on the program. Weekend for the action. Monday for the reaction. That's why we're here. And there's a lot to talk about in the world of sports.
Most definitely. Let's kick it popping. Let's begin from Oyo State here, where it was a good one for the ladies. Of course, they continue the fun that we had on Friday in Ibadan concerning the Olubadan coronation. Of course, as we predicted, they did us proud. I mean, four new thumping of the Rwandese, and of course, it was a great one for the four Cornets of Nigeria.
Yeah, they did a great one, winning 4-0. And I talked about the fact that Willie Ibadan, people come and show support to them. They actually did, because I saw the crowd, I saw coverage, from it, and I think it really motivated the girls, and he showed them that people are really behind them. And one of the things that I would also talk about is the fact that even the governor showed support to afterwards. So I'm happy that they were able to thump the Rwandans right there and get maximum 3 points and making it 5-0 in total right there. So I think they are not done, because they are still going to be facing, is it Ivory Coast in the next game? Algeria. So they are not done yet. If they do the job against Algeria, then they qualify to the World Cup. I think that will be the big win. But for the girls, we have to give them kudos right there. Most definitely.
I mean, talking about kudos, the governor, $15,000, he gave them after the the match. Now, talking about the governor has appealed to the... I don't know why you're laughing. Has appealed to NFF to make sure we start hosting a Super Eagles game in Ibadan here.
I feel like it's just the whole excitement having to host. And,
maybe the governor has forgotten that there are some things involved to host international matches.
Exactly. I think it was just because of the whole glamour that the under 20 ladies had. That's why he's talking right there. And talking about the preparation, they had to spend a lot. In fact, it was all over. It was all about the Falconets. The commissioner, they had to do presses. So they really prepared for it. Now, the Super Eagles is not even ×2. It's ×10, even ×100.
So many things.
It's so many
hotel
things.
You put Falconet.
Exactly.
That's not where you go Super Eagles.
And if the Super Eagles win, I don't think you would give them $15,000. When the female counterparts are getting $100,000. Personally, each of them are getting $100,000. Definitely, the governor would even want to match up with that kind of award or that kind of support, like the federal government did with the ladies right there. So I think it's okay for him to dream. Yes, definitely.
Okay, it's a dream.
Yeah, it's okay for him to dream. But yes, talking about the stadium, the facility, I don't think we are there yet. But then we can always get better, and Oyo State can also always get better too. And I think it's step by step. hosting the Falconets, major step. Maybe you should be thinking about hosting the under-17 male right there, then going up under 23 before gradually getting to the Super Eagles. I think it's a step-by-step thing, not just from the Falconets straight to the Super Eagles.
Most definitely. I mean, congratulations to the Falconets. And of course, I mean, the victory, 5-0 victory, give them a passage now to the final round of qualification where they'll be meeting the conquerors of Algeria, Senegal. Yes, Senegal beat Algeria. So they'll be meeting Senegal in the final round of qualification. For the Golden Eagles, yes, they're going to be renewing their rivalry when they meet Ghana Black Stars, of course, in the semi-final of the FIFA Under-17, because they also push him through, just like Falconet. So it's Ghana now, another time to cook jollof rice.
It's always a rivalry between Nigeria and Ghana every time, from the Under-17, Under-20, even to the national team. But the most thing is Nigeria, we always show dominance against them. Even in recent times,
jollof rice is better now.
Better, yes. Even on the peak, we're better. But I think when it comes to age grade, when it comes to under 17, 20, I can actually sit down and boast for the male and female right there. They always make us proud. They make the job very, very easy. It's when we get to the top level, most especially the guys, the Super Eagles, that's when we have problems. But across Africa, our under 17, under 20, they always make us proud. So I'm certain that they would also make us proud against Ghana. It's just the name. Ghana, when it comes to 8th grade, are not so good. When you talk about the likes of Mali, those are the stepping stone Mali. Right? So I think it's going to be an easy one for the under-17 girls. Yeah.
Okay, easy one for them. Let's see how you go. I mean, for the under-17 boys. Let's from victory now to the one that is a mixed feeling for Nigerians in the talking about on the continent of Africa, in the CAF Champions League, where we smiled, good one for us. But in the Confederations Cup, even the guys that people thought were going to be, I mean, just in one new victory they needed against Ashanti Kotoko in Abeokuta, they lost that 1-0. And because right now they are out of it. Talking about Kwara United, Kule Sonny boys are out of the Confederations Cup.
Yeah, I think majorly I'm proud of them. First, they went to Ghana. They got 3 goals, which is one thing we don't really see from African teams right there. Even in general, even the likes of Mamelodi Sundowns, they don't score 3 away from home. They only solidify their home ground right there. But I was not really happy with the fact that they came right here to Nigeria and they defeated us away from home. But I think it's lack of experience. That's what Kwara United really lacked, because if it was a Remo Stars or Rivers United, I don't think that would have exactly that would have happened. But Kwara United, this is just their first time that they're getting to a major competition like this. So I had doubts when we had Eyimba, Remo Stars. Subsequently, I don't think they should be towing towards the Federation Cup to get their part to the Confederation situation right there, because I expect them to be doing well at the league stage. Because in the MPFL, you see them finishing 13th, 14th. I feel like right now they should be aiming for the top when it comes to the MPFL, because they've actually represented up at a top level. So they should be matching their prowess right now. So for Kwara United, not actually a bad one for them, because scoring 3 goals for me, that would always be remembered in their hearts right there. But doing it at home was where they made a problem. But it's big ups to them eventually.
Big ups to them. But, you know, I said it was it on Friday? I was seeing it on Complete Sport on Saturday. Playing away from your main home sometimes has a way of affecting you, especially when it comes to the continent. Yeah. Because adopting the MK Abiola Stadium, I felt would be something that could mar their chances, and it actually did. Yeah. Because if they were playing on their own field, so that isn't that one of the things that we should start clamoring for? Just as Sports CI is always saying, every football club in Nigeria should have their own standard pitch instead of being taken to one stadium that you're not used to.
Exactly, you have a point with that, because it's more like home away from home. Because most people are actually tuned into the club of their state. Now, Lagos, let me say a few Lagos people would want to see a Kwara United game, just very few. Exactly. When there's Ikorodu City playing right there and other teams playing, maybe Sporting Lagos, although they are in the NNL right there. So they want to watch the Ikorodu City and Sporting Lagos game before the Kwara United game, irrespective of the competition that they are playing. That's the way the league body has made it to seem like, because you see Kwara United, you see Osun United, you see Plateau United. They made it look like it's for each state.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand? That's the way the MPFL is looking like. So Kwara United, don't be surprised that you go there and you not see people there,
because they are playing away from
home, and we know the transportation system in Nigeria. How many people will be willing to risk their life
from Ilorin
to Lagos? I mean, people would say, actually, I mean, I'm going to spend my money. You know the way we think right here, and it's just because, I mean, maybe the economy is not so good and everything is not palatable. Everybody would rather just stay at home and maybe do their personal thing or just hear updates right there. But when we talk about home fans, away fans, it's all about the supporters giving morale. That's it. It's not like the pitch is different.
Exactly. It's the same thing.
It's just
the morale that
comes with it. So if you're not getting that morale, it doesn't feel like home. You understand? So I think it really affects us. Even Remo Stars still playing away from home, adopting. It doesn't. For me, that's not the real deal. Shooting Stars fans, they love it because right here in Oyo State, in Ibadan, that's where the club, the stadium is. So it will be easy for me to leave Melody FM today and go to the Adama Singwa Stadium. It's very, very much easy. But if it's right there at maybe Osun State, before I would take that major step of leaving Ibadan to Osun State, it shows that maybe I really, really love
Shooting Stars. For it.
Exactly. But how many people do have that passion? We're still talking about MPFL getting big in Nigeria. So it goes a long way. All guy in the land.
Think about, I mean,
transportation,
money
5,000. I would rather just I and Daniel will buy food at
at
the junction.
Oh my God! So it's all good. Well, in the CAF Champions League, because I mean, the other guys too lost. They're talking about Abia Warriors. I mean, they lost 1-0 to Joliba. I mean, it's also something that people already wrote them off in the instant. So it's the same 1-0 loss to Joliba as well. So in the Confederations Cup, where in recent times we've been advancing,
yes.
Remember the two teams that represented us this year.
I mean, it's one of the things we get to see. I always talk about the fact that Joliba, they are a top side when it comes to Mali, right? They're second on their table right there in Mali. They're chasing the first and they're trying to win the league right there. So Abia Warriors, we just started the league, you understand? For Mali, they've played about 20-something games right there. So all of the guys, they are feeling the heat, the energy is there. But in the MPFL, it just started about 6 games. So most of the guys, they're just trying to get themselves. And we immediately, the CAF Confederation Cup started. So the guys had to just, pull up their strength immediately and get everything together. Abia Warriors should have at least gotten a goal right here in Nigeria, but they didn't do that. So they went to Joliba right there in Mali, and they were defeated. So for Abia Warriors and Kwara United, when you look at the top 4, you would have to give it to Remo Stars first, Rivers United, then Abia Warriors, then Kwara United. So that's like the hierarchy. I see all of them. So they didn't disappoint me because first Remo Stars qualified, Rivers United qualified. The two underdogs, let me put it like that, that's Rivers United, Kwara United and Abia Warriors, they were the ones that did not make it up to the next stage. So I'm not surprised because I actually put them in that hierarchy and they did not disappoint.
Okay, they did not disappoint because we told you on Saturday, these guys already did what they had to do, Remo Stars. It was the thumping. 5-0, they went on aggregate. And of course, for the other guys, Rivers United defeated their opponent 1-0. So it was a great one for Rivers United as they also went through. They defeated Les Aigles to secure a spot. It is a 1-0. So they are going to be playing Mozambican side now, talking about... what's the name of that side? They are going to be playing from Mozambique. Talking about, I'm trying to get the name. Yeah, Black Bulls. They are playing Black Bulls in the next round. Talking about Rivers United. So Rivers United will play Black Bulls in the next round, while Remo Stars will play Sundowns. It's a big task in the Champions League.
Most especially Rebel Stars. First of all, Mamelodi Sounders. These are guys that have played in should we call it World Cup, Club World Cup?
Yeah.
So Mamelodi Sounders played there, and we know how top they are. Yes, when it comes to even the South African Premier seasons. Mamelodi Sounders have been top it, and one thing about them, they have good players. They have Brazilian players. It's not like Nigeria where the best we can always get is players from maybe Congo, or just manage to get a Congolese player or Ghana player. Most especially, they are mostly keepers, not even strikers, not midfielders. So they don't like to spend much money right there. So for Remo Stars, I'm happy that they actually did better than their last outing in the CAF Confederations Cup. In the CAF Champions League, yes, because CAF Confederations Cup is where the likes of Abia Warriors were topped up. Yeah. So in the CAF Champions League, so they were able to surpass what they did last season, and now they're going to be playing Mamelodi Sundowns. Should they defeat Mamelodi Sundowns, it's going to be a big one for them.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. All right, let's go to the league actions all around the world right now. Of course, you know how it went down in Nigeria. If you didn't know, let's quickly tell you. I mean, Shooting Stars, they lost. They almost cut down our victory. I mean, our celebration from Monday to Saturday that the Super Falcons helped us. I mean, Falcons helped us with the celebration from Friday, but it got to the turn of Shooting Stars yesterday. They blew it away, yaga. Of course, so they were beaten again.
No, they won.
The Shooting Stars. No, sorry. I mean, what am I even saying, sir? Am I drunk? 2-1, they won. Yeah. Yes, 2-1. So it tells you that the celebration continued, just as we were talking about. So it's a very big one. So for the guys that also play that game. I mean, I saw a kind of a different performance from Shooting Stars from what they played in recent times. Talking about Shooting Stars. I mean, looking at that game, Shooting Stars in that game that they played. But before that game, Remo Stars game was postponed. Of course, you know, Kano Pillars. They were to play Kano Pillars, but it was postponed. Niger Tornadoes, of course, for the... No, wait, there's issue. Bamba. Are you sure I'm not Jonesy? Okay. All right. All right. So for it was match day 6 now. Match day 6 actions.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So Remo Stars, of course. So there will be their game was postponed because of their action against the guys in the continent. Yeah. Yesterday, Ikorodu City and Eimba played 1-1. 1-1, yeah. And of course, Barao FC, they were beaten by, they beat Kun Khalifa at home. They are the New Boys versus New Boys 3-1. And Nasarawa United 2, Katsina United 0. Wiki Tourists and Enugu Rangers played 2-2. Shooting Stars went away and defeated Warri Wolves. That's the celebration we're talking about. But we're coming to that. Plateau United defeated Academy Warriors 1-0, and Bendel Insurance played 1-1 with Bayelsa United. So the biggest result of this match day happened to be Shooting Stars, who went to Warri Wolves, and they did what people thought they wouldn't do. So we had a celebration from Friday into Saturday, and yesterday Shooting Stars gave us icing on the cake.
Yeah, it would have been nice if it was at
home.
Salami Stadium, yes, at home. But then for Shooting Stars,
and Warri Wolves scored first.
They scored first, and it was until 76 minutes they scored the first. That Shooting Stars. Then later in the game, it was this man Olablikon, quite a familiar guy, somebody that I've seen play from the youth level right there, and it was the one that got it. It was a substitute in that game for Shooting Stars. I think they are getting the momentum. I saw the celebrations right there. They were so happy. The guys,
I'm happy too, because Warri Wolves came here the other time. They did us dirty.
Exactly.
So now we went there. We've done them dirty too.
Exactly. So they got all maximum 3 points, and now they have moved a step ahead to sixth place with 8 points right there. So that's one thing about the MPFL. You can be losing back to back, but once you get 2 wins, you are going up, because all the points are really close. Big ups to Nuruddin Aweroro. I think now their performance is now matching what the management is doing in terms of the media, publicity, and all of it. So people want to see both of them merge together, and that's what they are doing right now. The fire, the ginger from the guys, they conceded. I still have a problem with them always conceding, because they've been conceding back to back in their previous games. But the fact that they won, I think it cancels the fact that the defenders made errors right there. So for Shooting Stars, let them keep the momentum high, because the next game they're going to be playing at home, and if they get maximum 3
imagine
points,
getting that. I mean, you find ourselves in top 3.
Yeah, top 3, and that's 11 points. That's if some of the guys, although the likes of Remo Stars and Rivers United, they've not played, because that's one of the things that we have to look at. But it is not certain that eventually when they play, they would win all their games right there. But big ups to the guys. Happy for them. They got all 3 points. And the fans are showing support.
Yeah,
That's another thing.
definitely.
I saw some fans even traveled with the guys. So I think in Ibadan right now, shooting stars are making the fans get that mental picture that, okay, we as fans, we have to keep it going. We have to show support. We have to show love. If
we have to follow them anyway.
If we want them to really perform. So that's the spirit right now in Ibadan. Yeah.
It's good. It's good one. Okay, big ups. I mean, the celebration from Friday to Saturday, and of course, the icing on the cake yesterday. Big ups to Shooting Stars. Now 6th on the log. Of course, that's the way it is. Let's go to England now, where today Everton will play West Ham United to wrap up the match. Day 7 fixtures. Yesterday, Newcastle thought they could do what they've been doing in recent times to Arsenal, but Arsenal showed them class. Arsenal, we've said it this season that Arsenal they've fortified their second 11. So right now they are winning from the bench. I mean, you can see how many games they've won from the bench this season. And it was a great one that guys who came from the bench did the difference. And of course, there was 2-1 victory at St. James's Park yesterday for Arsenal, and they closed the gap on Liverpool.
Yeah, one thing Arsenal needs to learn from Liverpool is even if you're not playing well, just get all 3 points.
Most definitely.
Just
play dirty and win.
Play dirty and just play a scrappy one and just get all 3 points. And that was what they did. It's not like they played fine football yesterday, but the thing is they eventually won. And one thing about Arteta is he has a backup plan, which is corner kicks. And many people will say, oh, Arsenal, they are dependent on corner kicks. But right now, it's helping them because they actually know who is going to do the job for them. It's either one of the defenders that will do it, maybe midfielders like Merino, and it's helping them eventually. For Newcastle, I think they have tall defenders. They shouldn't have allowed that goal, that second goal, because why would you have a Dan Burn and some of those top defenders and a very good
They
goalkeeper?
allowed Gabriel Magalhaes. They already know how that guy, Gabriel, can do.
Exactly, in the middle of all of them. Even the goalkeeper rushed out and he managed
But the goalkeeper was even the Lekpere, if you ask me. He messed up.
He messed up. So and they managed to allow that man get that header right there. But big win, big win for Arsenal because Newcastle is one of the teams that always give them a problem.
Exactly.
Back-to-back seasons, we've seen them always defeating them. And in fact, they are one of the people that always stop them from going head-to-head with Manchester City right there. So eventually they got it away from home. So the next game now will be at Arsenal's home. I'm talking about Newcastle Arsenal. So because they went to St. James's Park right now, the next game will be at Arsenal's home.
Yes.
So they would be able to, at least in front of their fans, do what they're supposed to do against Newcastle. Maybe back-to-back wins against Newcastle. Then they can't be thinking of stopping Liverpool because Liverpool also lost to Chelsea, a lot
all
of big
the
teams.
big guns, apart from Man City and Arsenal, all other big guys.
And one thing
lost.
about Arsenal is then in previous seasons, when the big guns lost, you will see Arsenal following too. They would lose to maybe when Man City
It was
lost,
going that way
it was
yesterday.
So now they need to make that difference. If Liverpool lost a game, Chelsea, they should be able to get their win because eventually those are the things that will count later in the season. Yeah.
All right, for other games that went down, Aston Villa yesterday defeated Fulham. Fulham, they called the police first, but they didn't win the case because they were beaten 3-1 eventually. Tottenham Hotspur and Wolves play 1-1 draw earlier on Saturday. Sunderland defeated Nottingham Forest at home. The trouble continues for the old man that they appointed as coach of Nottingham Forest. I don't know how that must be feeling now. Okay, we'll talk more about that when we'll come at 6:15. Crystal Palace and Liverpool ended the 2-1. Crystal Palace ended the run of Liverpool just on Saturday, or was it on Friday? I told you Liverpool, one of the 5 teams in entire Europe that have not dropped a point this season, but they finally dropped not just a point, they dropped 3 points on Saturday. Man City pipped Burnley 5-1, and Chelsea earlier lost to Brighton 3-1 at home, and Leeds United and Bournemouth played a 2-2 draw. Manchester United were the first to start all of the shenanigans, and it was 3-1 that they lost to Brentford. So that was how it ended. Okay, so quickly to the Spanish Primera Liga. It was a big disgrace for Real Madrid in the hands of Atletico Madrid on Saturday. When the game finished, I saw this guy texting and calling someone. I wonder who he was texting and calling. Florentino Perez. Who was he texting and calling at that time?
I don't know.
Because when he begins to act like that, something is about to shake.
But maybe
at Madrid.
it didn't work. It didn't work out because eventually they got beaten.
That's what I'm
5-2.
saying. It was after the beating now. He was calling and testing. Are you sure he's not reporting somebody to somebody?
Maybe he's trying to give a warning to Xabi Alonso that imagine me coming here in the Madrid derby.
See what you saw me. You made me see.
Exactly. So I think for Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, it's always a fight. Even if Atletico Madrid they're having a very terrible
if they are
form.
dying.
Even if they are dying,
When they see Madrid.
they are always ready to go head to head against them. And for Madrid, I think Xabi Alonso, fine, he's been getting all maximum 3 points, but I don't think the squad is still very much okay. He's still testing. He brought in Jude Bellingham, somebody that just came back from injury. I feel like right now he needs to know his starting lineup. Fine, he has gotten the likes of Adagola, who started, Vini Jr. At some point he would drop Vini Jr. play. So he needs to get his starting lineup. Fine, I think he has gotten his midfield shift, but the attack line, just Mbappe is the only one that is solid right there. So Madrid, for me, they're not playing like actual champions. Fine, they've been getting the win, but it's still scrappy. They need to get dominance. Barca will play and they will have 80% of possession. Yeah. That's the way Barca will play. Not Madrid that would be playing Mallorca and you'll be seeing a 50-50 possession, a 55-45 possession. That's not dominance right there. Eventually they will get the win, but how long is it going to sustain you? Look at the Champions League game. See the way they perform. So how long is it going to sustain you if you don't actually get the guys together? That's one thing Madrid really needs to work on. Xabi Alonso needs to work on. He needs to have a starting 11. If he has a starting 11, then you can be thinking of replacement. Okay, if the guy goes on injury, like the way Barca, Rafinha is off, Lamine Yamal comes in. That's how today. Not today you see a different player, Bellingham today, Adagola tomorrow. I mean, it's going to cause confusion. That's what I think.
All right. Okay. So let's hope that. Because their loss was an advantage for Barcelona as they won 2-1 they beat Real Sociedad 2-1. So it's a battle now between these two guys. Rayo Vallecano were beaten at home by Sevilla. That's in the La Liga. Of course, Elche beat Celta Vigo 2-1, while of course Real Betis also defeated Osasuna 2-0. In the German Bundesliga, Freiburg yesterday played a 1-0 draw with Hoffenheim. Of course, FC Cologne were beaten at home by VfB Stuttgart, while Union Berlin played a goalless draw with Hamburger SV. In the Serie A, Inter Milan beat the champions Napoli. I mean, I saw this guy scratching his head, Antonio Conte. So, I mean, even with all of the problem with AC Milan, they were able to still beat Napoli.
Yeah, I was really, really surprised because that was the last game I saw yesterday. AC Milan actually played with dominance, and the players like Modric, who I think are finished, like Modric, most of those guys are still in form. De Bruyne, Modric.
Before that game, there was more or less like a battle that who is the midfielder?
Yeah.
Is he going to be De Bruyne or Modric? At the end of the day, I think it was Modric.
Yeah, but De Bruyne scored. On the other hand, but Modric didn't. But Modric played very, very well. And when you look at AC Milan squad, I think it's not actually bad. In the middle of the park, there's Fofana, Rabiot, Modric, there's Jimenez, Pulisic, who played very, very well right there.
Pulisic had a very
good game, yes. And the other guys, Napoli, I think Napoli, they still have a struggle with their number 9. I still say that Højlund is not somebody you can rely on. For the most part of the game, I didn't see Højlund. I later did not even know that he played. I think they need Lukaku back. Maybe if Lukaku gets back from the injury, he's going to do something up front right there, not Højlund. Højlund cannot be having that solid start right there because he needs a backup. He needs somebody that would challenge him. Yeah, exactly. And right now, they don't have anybody that would challenge him. That's why most of the time it's always Højlund. But then AC Milan put a very, very good surprise. Most especially to me because I think AC Milan, they've lost their value. I said it on Complete Sport that it looks like AC Milan is not that team that we are saying. But right now,
trying to come back.
They are getting a comeback and they are doing well with young players. So that's the most important thing. Big ups to them.
Big ups to them, most definitely. Okay, so in the Serie A, of course, apart from that one, the AC Milan won, Napoli 2-1. Lecce played a 2-0 draw with Bologna. Of course, Pisa and Fiorentina, it was goalless. AS Roma beat Hellas Verona 2-0, while Sassuolo defeated Udinese 3-1. Let's wrap it up now with Ligue 1. We're in Nice and Paris FC ended the 1-0. Angers were beaten at home by Brest 2-0. Lille were beaten at home as well by Lyon 1-0. And Mainz and Le Havre played it goalless, and Reims and Lens also ended it goalless. Okay, when we come at 6:15, we'll have more for you, more analysis, and of course, more of these games that went down, and some of the statistics and the actions. Thank you so much, Bam Bam, for coming through this
Thank you
morning.
very much, sir.
All right, let's have a breather now. When we return, we're going to be going to the assembly. Yeah, the People's Assembly is Pengasan Dangote, who is fighting for the masses in all of these fights. Some people say Dangote, they want to make everything his own. But Pengasan, some people are accusing them of just trying to destroy the economy because they are not, according to what Dangote talked about them, they are not happy. They are sad because they've not seen queues in recent times, just as we've always been seeing. We'll come to that in a jiffy. Keep it locked right here. This is Melody 100.7 FM.
Love the station, Melody 100.7 FM. From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 9 a.m. I love the station, Melody 100.7 FM.
You don't turn my white teeth to color. You don't finish my money, me Lola. Now you leave me on. For a better, you don't chop my eye. You don't chop my guy too. You don't chop my guy too. For a better, you don't chop my eye. You don't chop my guy too. You don't chop my guy too. Treated you like my baby. Spend all of my money. On top this yacht, but you get the allergy. Sugar daddy, get you body, you too mad. Make I no die, so I no try. Come on my mind. I know I try this love again now. Once again when I feel this pain now, mess my brain now, no say pain now. I let you down. For a better, you don't chop my eye. You don't chop my guy too. You don't chop my guy too. For a better, you don't chop my eye. You don't chop my guy too. You don't chop my guy too.
Most definitely, Abena. This morning, who is the Abena? Is Dangote the Abena or Pengasan the Abena? Because if you heard what Shammai is saying in that song, he said, you don't chop my guy, you don't chop my eye. So they are chopping us anyhow. So who are the people chopping us anyhow? Is it Pengasan or is it Dangote? Dangote is saying, I am for the masses. What I'm trying to do is to make sure the masses don't suffer as they always suffer. They've always suffered before now, and we are here to make sure they will not suffer again. And that is why in recent times you've not seen anything like the queues at Fear Station. But Pengasan are saying, no, Shuke, you are lying. You are the one who even want to make things difficult for them. We at Pengasan, we are fighting for the masses. We are fighting for the fact that you want to monopolize the economy. And you want to be a warlord. That is why you're trying to do this, to do that, to do all of that. Because you know what happened? If you don't know the genesis of the story, I'll tell you. So welcome to the People's Assembly segment of the show this morning on Melody Sunrise, Melody 100.7 FM. Thank you so much for joining in. This is the Assembly segment. You know, if you're just joining in or you're listening for the very first time, you're in Ibadan for the very first time, maybe you're still around for the coronation, you have not gone back. Yeah, this is your Odogu radio station, Melody 100.7 FM. Of course, here with your Odogu presenter, your multi-award winning presenter, Pretty the Finest. That's what they call me. That's what I go by. So this morning, we're looking at the Dangote versus Pengassen Wahala. All of the brouhaha that is on our faces this morning. There's a strike going on as we speak concerning Pengassen and what they decided that they were going to be doing, and they are doing it right now. Because the story is that Nigerians may be facing tough days again ahead as the nationwide strike declared by the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengassen, beginning from today, threatening to unleash a twin blow of soaring petrol prices and, of course, a widespread electricity blackout. Of course, the union's directive to cut crude, yeah, they said they're going to be cutting crude production to Dangote refineries, has sent shockwaves right now through the energy sector, with oil marketers warning of severe disruptions in fuel distribution. Now, what is the genesis of this issue? The union have directed their members nationwide in various field locations to down tools from 6 a.m. yesterday. Of course, what it means is right now that as we speak this morning, there is wahala. Now, what is the genesis, as I asked earlier? They said Dangote use, in fact, they said Dangote is using a tight hand, strong hand for them. The union accused military personnel as well of blocking its members from cutting gas supplies into the facility. Of course, they've said a whole lot of things, so many things, so many things. Dangote said they were trying to sabotage his business, and you know what? He decided to cut them from his employees, and went to Pakistan and brought in Pakistanis to come and be employees. And these ones are now saying, okay, what you're doing will give you troubles. And that is the genesis of the problem. And right now, the way it is, people have been asking the question, who is even fighting for who? What is the interest? Is Pengassen fighting for Nigerians, the majority of Nigerians, the masses? What are they fighting for? Some people have accused them of fighting for their own pocket, saying what they are doing right now is against the masses' interest. Dangote has also accused, the management of Dangote Refinery has accused the guys at Pengassen of the fact that what they are trying to do is a pure economic sabotage. They are not happy because in recent times, they've not seen fear queues. So they will be happy if there are fear queues. And again, Dangote dropped a big accusation saying Pengassen are actually fighting for the interests of the cabals. The cabals who are the ones that are making petroleum industry to be the way it was before President Bola Tinubu came. And right now that President Bola Tinubu is fighting hard to make sure there is no cabal in the oil sector. And Dangote Refinery is making sure everything is going on well with the flow of petroleum products in Nigeria. The cabals are not happy. And Pengassen, who are indirectly helping the interests of the cabals, are trying to sabotage Dangote Refineries. So here we go this morning. In all of this, and the government has said that they will intervene in the Dangote versus Pengassen issue. But in all of this this morning, what is your take? I've given you the two sides of it, where some people are accusing Pengassen of trying to disrupt activities, economic sabotage, as Dangote is also saying what these guys are doing is against the interest of the masses. But Pengassen are saying, no, we are fighting for the masses. Dangote is trying to enslave our people, and we will not agree and allow him to do all of these things that he is doing. So we're asking this morning, all of these, what is your take? At least everybody will agree that in recent times, we've not seen anything like fear queues. Even though people are saying the fear PMS seems to be expensive, we've not seen queues anywhere in recent times. In fact, you even see some fuel stations, they are just sleeping because no customers. Unlike before that, we had queues everywhere. So what do you make of it this morning in the assembly, you honorables, this beautiful morning? As I open the phone line now, I'll also be giving you the some of the highlights of what is causing these issues here and there. 0702 520 1007, 0702 520 1007, and 0705 507 1007. 0705 507 1007. Those are the numbers to call this morning to be part of the situation. They were part of our discussion this morning. Okay, let's go to the phone line and let's begin to take the calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Honorable Speaker. Here is Oyewole from
Honorable Oyewole, good morning. How is your constituency this morning?
We are doing well here. Good morning, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Concerning this issue at hand. It's like you are trying to force family member on me to keep on managing my business for me, of which I know it won't go well for me. For Dangote to have gone to Pakistan to get a higher hand, he has seen something that can make his business to be crumbled. Why is Pengasa? Who are they fighting for? To me, it's like they are already bidding fat on their members' dues. For Dangote to go out and hire people, it will reduce their the number of their members, of which they're supposed to be feeding fat on them. So that's number one. Number two, to me, they are trying to force out Dangote out of the business so that the queue will return back to Nigeria, because they are the ones that are preparing the paper for all these cabals to be getting what is not there, that is the subsidy. If you import 30,000 liters and they will inflate it to 100,000 liters, and it is that amount of subsidy they will get from the federal government. So they are the ones that are controlling the economies of the Nigeria. All this Pengasa, how I wish if Tinubu can borrow the lead from OBJ to decentralize all these unions of the thing. During this Babedo, that's what OBJ did now. They are trying to make things worse in this country. They are fighting for their pocket, not masses. So that is my suggestion. Tinubu should decentralize them or applaud them. They are shouldn't be okay. Do we have a Warri refinery working again? Do we have a Port Harcourt refinery working again? Do we have a Kaduna refinery working again? And these are the part of the staff. For me, Pengasa, no paying. And they are just receiving salary without working. The only refinery that is working in Nigeria now is Dangote, and they are trying to force him out of the business. But they should not let Matthews start stoning them up, because I'm getting angry at all these people.
Sorry, Honorable Oyewole is angry. He's angry at Pengassen, and that is what some Nigerians are also the feeling they are having right now. Majority of Nigerians, some of them are saying they are angry with these Pengassen guys because they've not told us what is even their interest. Because, for instance, refineries have not been working for years. What did you do? What was your contribution? How did you even go on strike to make sure the government try as much as possible to fix just fix one of the refineries? But right now we have a refinery working. You are trying to sabotage. That's what a section of the society is saying. Another section is saying that, well, Pengassen should not be around, and Dangote, we enslave workers and all of that. Why would you say they should not unionize, they should not join union and all of that? But Dangote is saying, this union thing, they are using it to crumble Nigeria's economy. every time they talk of union, for instance, now they've gone on strike because there's a union, all of that. So many people are saying so many things. Of course, Dangote has also accused the Pengasyn guys of economic sabotage. Of course, in fact, he is saying they are serving oligarchs. That is what Dangote Refinery, the management, is saying this morning. I mean, what do you make of all of this morning? Honorable Yewole said, let's even forget about this union and all of that, decentralize them, and you can't ban them. But you have to decentralize them and see what you can do to them. And he's also saying one thing, that Pengasyn should be careful before the masses will be angry and start stoning them. That's what Honorable Yewole said. What is your own view? What's your opinion this morning? Is the People's Assembly segment. Your speaker is here. Where are the honorable members? 0702-520-1007 and 0705-507-1007. All right. Hello, good morning. Hello, are you there? Okay, please do try to call back. That was a drop call. 0702-520-1007. The management of Dangote Refinery has berated the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association, Pengasyn, accusing the union of decades-long sabotage of Nigeria's oil and gas. And of course, he said they are serving the interests of the leaders rather than ordinary Nigerians. Yes, that is what Dangote has been saying. According to Dangote Refinery, Pengasyn's latest directive to cut crude oil production and gas supplies to its facility is another act of economic sabotage designed to inflict untold hardship on Nigerians. According to Dangote, it says over the time, the association has consistently proved itself as serving interests other than those of Nigerians and Nigerian workers. Of course, Dangote recalled that in 2007, when the federal government sold its moribund Port Harcourt and Kaduna refinery to Blue Star Consortium, led by the Dangote Group, for $750 million. It was Pengasyn and its ally, the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, that actually sabotaged that deal. That was the year Dangote should have bought these refineries, because Dangote didn't want to build a brand new refinery as it's built in Lagos. It actually wanted to take over those refineries, and for that time, $750 million. But these two unions also stood against the sale of these refineries at that time to Dangote Group. So refinery also faulted the moves of the union and their role in the much publicized rehabilitation of the Port Harcourt refinery, describing it as a ruse which Pengasyn knowingly, yes, he said knowingly, Pengasyn, they knowingly celebrated, despite being a scam on Nigerians. That Pengasyn knew that the refineries weren't working, yet they were celebrating that the refineries were coming back. Okay, so these are some of the things going on right now as we speak. We just hope that they will not disrupt our activities, because before you know it now, all of these fuel stations around will start locking their stations. Even when they have fuel, they will lock them up so that everything will go up. They can now sell very expensively. So what do you make of all of these issues, Pengasyn versus Dangote? This beautiful morning on Melody Sunrise, we are looking at Dangote versus Pengasyn and all of the troubles this morning. 0702-520-1007, 0705-507-1007. Hello.
Yeah,
hello.
Honorable Speaker.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Honorable Sam.
Honorable Sam, how are you doing? Your voice is low. I hope you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Just the weather.
Sorry. Yeah. All right.
You see, this Pengasyn and NUPENG, I think they are the main problem in this oil field, because they have not even been truthful to Nigerians, because they knew all along that all the refineries were not working. And they knew very well that it won't work because they don't want it to work. And yet, they kept quiet about the whole situation. Rather, they were assuring Nigerians that it will work, collecting money. Like we talked about on Thursday, they have staff there that they are paying huge amount of money. They have senior staff at all of those refineries, and at the end of the day, nothing's happening. And this man, in as much as we cannot say union cannot function in the country, there's no even in America and other countries, they have labor laws and the like that govern each company and the like. But there's a way the government can go about it so that the power that they have given these people is too much. I think they can do it in a way like the way the ASU, I was thinking about it, the way ASU is. In private universities, I'm sure they also have a union body there. But when ASU is going on strike, it doesn't affect the private universities. The same thing with the medical field. When the medical personnel in the government hospitals are going on strike or whatever, it doesn't affect those in the private sector. So I think it should also apply to these people too. They should find a way to do it in a way that whatever is happening to them, I'm sure if Dangote is given a free hand, because when I was reading through this story, I saw a punch that they pay a certain, each truck pays 50,000 to this Nupen.
Yeah, Nupen.
For lifting the petroleum products at the depot there from Dangote. Before you can leave, you pay them. So where does that money go to? And who is going to suffer the consequence? Because at the end of the day, it's the masses. That's why these things are expensive, because by the time they come out to the market, they will have to add their 50,000. That doesn't even involve the ones that they will pay on the road before they get to where they were floating. So I think they need to look into it and remove all of these things so that if Dangote is giving, let them pay the normal revenue, he's going to pay the tax, whatever he's going to pay the country as it is. Whatever he wants to do, and give you, okay, you are in Nigeria, you are operating in Nigeria, we are giving you everything you need, even resource money we gave you, so that you can settle. You cannot tell us you go and bring people from India. This is the number of persons you can employ. You shouldn't go below this. And once there's an agreement with the federal government, these new payers should leave them alone, because they are angry that they are not, like you said, they are not making the money that they used to make. No more long queues where they will be deceiving us. They want to now. Dangote is trying to. It's natural. Their business is collapsing. The top guys who are making money from the oil business, no more seeing the money the way they used to see it. But I think the federal government should look into it seriously and give Dangote a better option rather than going through the Nupen and the Penga thing. Those people, they are the biggest scam. Biggest scam.
Say they are the biggest scam. Thank you, Honorable Sam. Say they are the biggest scam. Oh, wow. And that's the feeling majority of Nigerians are also having, that these Pengasan, Nupen, all of these unions in the oil sector, they are serving. And the same thing Dangote is saying, serving the interests of some people. Now, who are these people? So the cabals are still operating? I mean, I thought they said Jagaban knows the cabal. I would definitely wipe out the cabal. So can the cabal be bigger than the entire nation? That's the question most Nigerians always ask. Up till now, we've not found answers to this question. All right? So, I mean, what do you make of all of this? And what do you think is the way forward is what we are looking at in the assembly this morning concerning Dangote and Pengasan and all of the issues and all of the shenanigans that goes on within the oil industry and oil sector in Nigeria. 0702-520-1007. 0702-520-1007 and 0705-507-1007. You can also send a message to those numbers in case you're not getting the opportunity of getting through via the phone call. In the meantime, let's quickly look through some of the messages here. This one from Adebo Maxwell says, from Bodija, says, good morning, House. I think these guys who call themselves union leaders are the problems of Nigeria. If you look at all of them, from one place to another, whether NLC, whether TUC, whether NAD, whether he said all of the union people, they are a problem. If not that it is very difficult, I would have said we should just ban all of these unions in Nigeria. Ban them how? Okay, thank you. All right, this one from Adetola. Okay, Adetola from Akobo says, good morning. I think Dangote should be given, just as the last speaker said, should be given an opportunity to wipe out whoever that is not allowing him to perform very well in his organization. If the unions don't want to make him succeed, then he should wipe them out. They were giving him problem, giving him all of these conditions that were not palatable. The man went to Pakistan and brought in workers that will not be asking for too many things. I will not be sabotaging his business. Now you are complaining, you are picketing everywhere, and you want to down tool because of your own selfish interest. I think government should also look at these people, so-called Pegasus. They are really a problem to the country. God help Nigeria. Thank you. All right. And this one from, Blessing from Ologuaru says, good morning. I think each time I hear about Pengasin, Nupeng, and all of them, what comes to my head first is trouble and problem. These people have been giving us problem and trouble over the years. It's high time government look at their issue and see how to, if they cannot be banned, let's see how we can stifle their operations, because they are really bringing a problem. You want to bring a progress, there will be a clog in the progress. I think it's not a good one for Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. And this one says, he said, my name is Dan from Airport Road. Dangote Refinery is trying its best. Since Dangote came, when was the last time we heard any issue concerning queues or scarcity of fuel? These people are not happy, because before now, once government was trying to do something to make things better, they will sabotage it and create unnecessary scarcity, by so doing making people to hate the government of the day. But because of Dangote, they've not been able to succeed, and now they want to make sure Dangote is crippled so that they can cripple the economy. God will not agree for that. Okay, that's the way he puts it. All right, keep the messages coming and keep the calls coming as well. 0702-520-1007 and 0705-507-1007. We're looking at Dangote versus Pengasin and all of these shenanigans this morning. What is the way forward? What do you think is the way forward? What do you make of all of this, and what is the way forward this morning? Dangote is accusing Pengasin of serving an interest, yes, an interest of people who are the biggest sabotage of the oil industry in Nigeria, whereas Pengasin, on the other hand, are saying, no, Dangote is trying to enslave our people and to make sure people are beginning to have issues in Nigeria. That is why they've decided to cut supplies to Dangote, and if it continues this way, there could be scarcity, there could be issue. Before you say jack now, you see fuel stations putting lock and keys to their facility. That's what we're looking at this in the assembly this morning. 0702-520-1007 and 0705-507-1007. 0702-520-1007, 0705-507-1007. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello, good morning. Are you there? I can't hear you, but the line is reading. Hello? Let's help you save it. Okay, you can call back. This is not the time to waste money. Let's try to call back again. 0702-520-1007 and 0705-507-1007. All right. The Taiwo Kike Fast on Me says, good morning. Says, watching live from Kuwait. Kuwait, all the way from Kuwait. Thank you so much. Says, up Arsenal for life. Deyemi Omokure says, good morning. Thank you so much. All right. Keep the messages coming. And of course, keep the calls coming as well. 0702-520-1007 and 0705-507-1007. Dangote is accusing these guys of trying to sabotage the economy. Dangote is saying, with what these people are doing, it is obvious somebody is somewhere pushing them, and they are serving the interest of this particular set of people. In fact, Dangote says they are oligarchs. That's what he called them. They are serving the interests of oligarchs. Of course, according to Dangote, what these people are doing is not really good for the economy. But they do not care. They want to disrupt the economy. All right? So, that is why we've looked at it this morning. Pengassin, right now, say no going back because the strike is on as we speak. They've instructed their members to embark on the strike immediately following Dangote's refinery dismissal of over 800 workers. Now, dismissing these workers, if you hear what the workers, the issue between the workers and Dangote, you ask yourself, can an employee dictate to an employer? That's what some people are saying. All right. So because the refinery accused Pengassin of attempting to sabotage the country's energy supply chain following a directive issued by the union to cut off supply to its facility. All right. Now, concerning what Dangote did, they said the workers were demanding, they were giving some attitude. Well, let's just put it that way. Giving some attitude. And you know what? Since they didn't want to work now, they planned to down tool. Dangote decided to drop them off, lay them off, went straight to Pakistan, brought in new workers from there. And since he brought in new workers from Pakistan, this has started to generate anger amongst the Pengassin people. And that is the genesis and the reason for them calling Dangote to be cut off from supplies from today. And that is what's bringing all of these, what's it called? These shenanigans, all of these troubles, and all of these issues we're discussing this morning. All right? So that's what we're asking this morning. What do you make of the situation, and what is the way forward? Well, for those who have contributed this morning, some are saying Dangote should be Dangote should be supported. Why these Pengassin guys, according to Honorable Yewoli, they should be careful before the masses start stoning them. Okay. All right. So more messages now. Let me take more messages since the calls are being disrupted. The calls are coming in about dropping off. This one says, my name is Olumide from Akobo. I think you cannot be, you are an employee, and there's no how you can be the one to be laying down rules for your employer at the same time. That's what the employee were trying to do, and Dangote decided to lay them off. Do not support the laying off, but in a situation where they plan to disrupt the activities of the refinery, what else would the management of the company do? That's why they had to lay them off and went straight to another country to bring in those who were ready to work. And that's where the problem is now. Pengassin should rather look at the issue of why the workers had to do what they had to do and why Dangote had to do what they had to do before saying they will down tools and all of these troubles. Because they should remember the masses should be the focus and should be the ones they should consider first, not even those people they call their workers. God have mercy. Okay, and this one from, her name is Tumi. Okay, from Olonda. He said, good morning. I think these Pengassin people are beginning to bite more than they can chew. Government should begin to clip their wings because they want to scatter things for the masses. By so doing, make the government to look very bad in the eyes of the people. I think the President, Bola Tinubu, should try as much as possible to make sure he does something to these different unions in the country. They are even too much for me. That's according to you. He said they are too much. Okay, 0702-520-1007 and 0705-507-1007 this beautiful morning. All right? So we have a few more moments to take a few more calls and your contribution this morning. All right? what we are looking at is, in case you're just joining in, there's a strike as we speak right now. Pengasin, talking about the Senior Staff Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association. They are the ones who run things in the oil and gas industry. They are the union that run things in association with National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG. They decided to down to today because of the fact that Dangote decided to sack workers. Now, why Dangote sacked workers? The Dangote refinery said they sacked them because they were trying to sabotage their effort, the effort of the organization. Now, they went straight to Pakistan and bring in workers to serve their interests. Immediately they did this. That was the anger that came through from these unions in the oil and gas sector, and they said they will picket Dangote refinery at the end of the as well as make sure the operation is disrupted. Now, how will the operation be disrupted? They will cut supplies. So they have, as we speak from this morning now, supplies will be cut to Dangote refineries, meaning the company will not be able to run smoothly and efficiently once they cut the supplies. And this is what is now happening in all of these and here and there troubles. Pengasin, Dangote, and the people, Nigerians have been talking. So many people have been saying Pengasin are biting more than they can chew, and that the government should find a way of clipping their wings. We've asked you this morning, what do you make of all of this morning? Okay, more messages coming through. Let's just take a few of them before we wrap up this conversation this morning again. All right, this one says, good morning, Honorable Speaker. Yes, I've been trying to call. I don't know, it's just dropping. Yes, I'm seeing it here. The calls are dropping. You say, my name is Ademola. Okay, Ademola. Yes, but you did not write where you're sending in from. Okay, we always want to know your location. I say, thank you for bringing up this topic. I think for some years now, I've been saying it in some different fora. The people that the people that call themselves the so-called union in this country are not there for anything but for their own pocket. Back in the day, unions used to fight for the masses, but right now, unions don't fight for any masses again. They fight for their pocket. Just look at them. When they are done from their unionism, they go into politics as well and become one thing or the other somewhere. It tells you they are not fighting for anybody. They are fighting for their own interests. I think the government should begin to look at a way that they will clip the wings of these unions, as somebody said earlier. God bless Nigeria. Okay, and this one says, I think Dangote should also look at the situation whereby laying off over 800 workers is not really a good one. So even though they claim that the people are trying to sabotage the effort of the facility of the company, but the issue is 800 workers at once. I think there's also something that we should start asking. There's a question we should start asking Dangote there. God help Nigeria. Okay, and this one says, my name is Olamide Kon from Challenge. He said, as for Dangote refinery, laying off the plenty of workers, I don't think is also right. But if the workers, as Dangote claimed, were trying to sabotage the effort of the station, then there's nothing wrong in doing what Dangote did. For Pengasin, I've always known that they don't serve any interest rather than their own interest and the interest of their paymasters. Now, who are their paymasters happens to be the questions that we need to determine and know what the issues are. God help Nigeria, because this problem is becoming too much. Say, I'm beginning to fear for, okay, yes, my name is Ruth. Yes, I'm beginning to fear for what will happen if this situation persists, because we'll see what we've not seen since about over 2 years of President Tinubu's tenure, which is fear cues. We've not seen any fear cues since this administration took over the reins of Nigeria. But we might just begin to see this week if the situation continues. I hope they solve these problems as soon as possible. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That's what she says. Okay, and this one simply says, thank you, Mr. Speaker. God bless you. Say, my name is Malik. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, we'll continue to look at this because this will be a developing story. I mean, the story will be developing every day. So tomorrow again, there could be a new development. You definitely get to. So we'll continue to trail this issue and all of these shenanigans. Thank you so much for being part of this segment of the show this morning. This has been the People's Assembly segment of Melody Sunrise, Melody 100.7 FM. It makes a return tomorrow, 9 o'clock. All right. So thank you so much. Don't forget to follow us on all socials, Melody 107 FM, Melody 107 FM on all socials. Follow us, like us, and we always love your interactivity. Always drop your comments. Yeah, drop your note for us, and we'll always acknowledge your notes every time. Thank you so much for being part of this segment. Let's close the door. Yes, let's close the door of the assembly this morning for the assembly to be back tomorrow. So much happening in the world, and not just the world, so much happening in Nigeria. This day, we just don't know the one to pick. And right now, 1 week, one drama, 1 day, one drama. That's what Nigeria is all about. Today is about Dangote and, of course, Pengassen. Tomorrow, what will it be like? We don't know yet. But one thing is certain, so much happening in the world. Here is Sexy with this beautiful song, So Much. Good morning and thank you. So much happening in the world. So much always happening. Of course, you know what? When plenty things are happening, there will always be so many things to talk about. That is why in Nigeria, there's always so many things to talk about because so many things always happening in the world. Here is Sexy doing so many things. All right? So much happening in the world. Good morning. I'll be back at the other side.
To bring us together, but now all we do is stroll and tear down each other. We are all trapped in our own silos. Our bio say she's a king and she's our own boss. Everyone's crying now for their mental health, but stress about little things that give us hell. God, it make us well, but standards fell. Will AI take man's place? Only time will tell. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. There's so much going on.
Hey, when I give you these keys, homeboy, don't move my car, man. I'm right in the front, you dig? Don't move my shit, man. Ho, baby, what's your name? Go, girl, it's your birthday. Open wide, I know you're Thursday. Say and we don't go, girl, it's your birthday. Open wide, I know you're Thursday.
Yeah, most definitely when you hear the tune, you know it is time to celebrate those celebrating today. One thing or the other. Okay, you know how it is. Good morning if you're just joining in. And if it's your day today, if it's your anniversary today, happy anniversary to you. Whatever you're celebrating, we celebrate with you on this beautiful, beautiful day. It is the 29th day of September. Yeah, 29th day of the 9th month of the year, September 2025. And of course, there is a day to celebrate those who popped out of the labor room on this day. Some people popped out of the labor room on this day, talking about being their birthdays. Let me begin with, my friend. Yes, talking about being Orabi. Yes, the officer of the law. Of course, this one is a naval officer. So I say, happy birthday, Being Pay. Today is your birthday, so we'll celebrate with you. It's a happy birthday, long life in good health and prosperity. So Being Pay or Abi. So God bless your new age. Enjoy your day and let's have the cake. Let's have the cake. Yes, they're waiting for the cake right here, Being Pay. All right, congratulations. Happy birthday to you, Being Pay. To others who are celebrating today as well, if it's your birthday, we also celebrate with you this beautiful day. Let's check out those celebrating today. From here, from there, from everywhere. Yes, Udwak Akwan. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday. Bonet Chima is also your birthday today. So happy birthday to you. What about Beauty Ejiofor? It's also her birthday today. Happy birthday, Beauty. Yes, also Benjamin, one of the boys right there in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, the word blessing. Yes, a blessing. Okay, the word is your birthday today. Happy birthday. We celebrate you. And of course, Callistos Ejiofor is also your birthday today. Happy birthday. Benedicta Chinomso is also her birthday today. Happy birthday, Benedicta. Not forgetting Okechukwu Nwoko. It's your birthday today. Suleiman Balogun is also your birthday today. So happy, happy birthday. To all of you celebrating today, happy birthday, because we celebrate with you this beautiful day. To all of you are celebrating your birthday with Being Pay or Abi. Of course, Being Pay is one of my own, of course, one of my mates, of course, Command Day Secondary School, Old Student Association. That's the Odogbo Ibadan Students Association, 98 Sex. So happy birthday to Being Pay once again. On behalf of everyone here, Melody 100.7 FM, because the entire team and the executive and members of CDSS IOSA, we say happy birthday to you. Long life in good health and prosperity. Being Pay. So say I. It's your birthday. We're going to pop, no drink at the bar, right? So let's pop the drink. Let's have some cake. Happy birthday to all of you.
Till I walk inside the doorway, bottles of that rosé, smelling like Dolce & Gabbana. Shout you the baddest, and to meet you is an honor. La mama, I got a table waiting. What you think about a convo? And if you like it, baby, we can take it to the condo. And if you like the condo, we can move the party to the bedroom. I'ma beat your body like a Congo. Since we in the club for now, might as well get another round. Notice there ain't nothing in your cup, so get here, baby, let me fill it up, Go girl, it's your birthday, over wide. I know you're Thursday. And we don't buy no drinks at the bar. Pop champagne 'cause we got that dough. Let me hear you say you want me say
Okay. Yeah, I had to celebrate those celebrating today. But when you're celebrating as well, celebrating good things, birthdays, anniversaries, let's also remember those that we have lost. Yes. Yeah, the very bad news and sad news came to us yesterday about the passing of Mama. Yes, they're talking about the mother of our general manager here, Eniola Afolabi, whose mom passed on yesterday. Of course, they're talking about Mama Comfort Omonigba Afolabi. Mama Comfort Omonigba Afolabi passed yesterday. And all of us here, the management, of course, the staff, we actually commiserate with the family of Eniola. Of course, the Afolabi family happens to be the general manager, Eniola Afolabi, the family of Afolabi, for the passing of Mama. Yes, Comfort Omonigba Afolabi for the passing of Mama. So we say, may Mama soul rest in peace, and we'll definitely miss Mama. And everything that Mama left behind, may God continue to be with them. And we pray that God grant Mama an eternal rest. And to everybody concerned about this death, all of us as well, may God give us the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss. Till we see Mama again, we say, may Mama's soul rest in peace.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I'll tell you.
When I see you again.
Most definitely, I believe is that Mama is in a better place. So Mama is going to rest. Of course, we pray the fortitude to bear this loss. God grant the entire family of the Afolabis. Eniola Afolabi, all of us, we wish you well as you mourn the passing of Mama Comfort Omonigba Afolabi. God rest Mama's soul. All right, gradually hitting crescendo this morning on the show. Melody Sunrise, this beautiful, beautiful morning. This beautiful September 29 happens to be the very last Monday in September, and of course the second to the last day in the entire month. By tomorrow we'll be talking about the very last day, and in about 48 hours we'll be talking about brand new month of October. September 29th happens to be today happens to be the 272nd day of the year. Yes, 272nd day of the year. What that means is we have just 93 days to go. 93 more days to the end of this year, 2025. So whatever you have to do, if you still have 93 days to achieve that, you have to go for it. And make sure you don't despair. Don't let anything weigh you down, and don't let anything hold you down. All right, so let's begin to roll out this morning on the Melody Sunrise. First for the week, thank you so much for being part of it. On behalf of the entire team right here, Adenike Adesoye, Oyewole Adechoro, Bobola Egunfemi, Timothy Hackman, of course, they're not forgetting Ali Zode. All of these ones have made things easy and workable this morning. And to all of these Young ones are looking at us are doing what how we do it this morning, talking about IT students. They will say, God bless all of you. All right, let me be leaving now. When I leave, all right, Lou, for the first time this week comes up right now. On the other side of it, so many beautiful things coming this morning as well. Thank you so much. My name is Pretty. They call me the finest, the nature's finest. I'll be back at 6 p.m. Yes, for the cruise show. Another one. Money Making Monday. Let's make the money. And I pray that you grab all of the monies that you wish for, but grab them legally. If you go and do illegal things, that won't concern you. Let me leave you now. See you on the next one. God bless you on Monday. God bless your new week. And God bless the remaining part of the year for you. I'm out of here. I'll see you on the next one. Remember, keep your head up. And I'm out.